Day 81 around the world for free. I am here in transit at the Joburg International Airport in South Africa. So yesterday was day 80 of my trip around the world.
Bob is taking us to see Victoria Falls, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world.
It was very cool. As soon as we got there, we walk in. It's a clear tourist destination. So there's a lot of vendors selling their goods. And then we walked in the entrance of the falls.
It's a native word for smoke that thunders. And when you look at the falls, you can see that there's a lot of mist or smoke rising up, and always the noise of the thunder. So Mosiotunya means smoke that thunders.
It's dry season, so a lot less water going over the falls. So we were actually able to walk along the tops of the falls. Beautiful.
Dance in the hallways and say to me always, I don't mind. Your dreams and my dreams, then we'll be free. Just killing time now, darling.
So this right here is Zimbabwe.
Correct.
And this is Zambia.
Yes.
This is cool because you can walk all the way around both sides. We were right over there. So normally this would be completely full of water, but even now it's still so huge. I think it's the widest single drop waterfall in the world. We walked over across the bridge. There's a bungee jumping area where this woman was about to go, terrified for her life. We pushed her. Just watched a girl get pushed off the bridge, and she survived. That bungee looks awesome. I'm really bummed I can't do it with this cast. It looks terrifying though. So I was really grateful that Bob decided to take me there on my 80th day. And then this morning, we are heading to work this morning with Bob. Bob wanted to show us a little bit about his life in Zambia.
Morning, Sylvester. How are you?
Hi, Sylvester. How are you?
I'm okay.
He works as an AIDS medication dissemination agent. So he goes to all these different clinics and makes sure that their paperwork is in order, that these people are getting their anti-HIV AIDS drugs. So he took us to one of the clinics.
Clean out the pipe dreams. Old plans will wash over me.
This clinic was like very rudimentary. People are writing in ledgers. There's no like electronic database.
And then this is the test result for HIV. So the positives and negatives.
I mean, that reality just hits you so hard. Like, this is going on in this country. AIDS affects so many people in Zambia. It's 1 out of 6 people. So they're giving out these anti-AIDS drugs to these women so that they're able to give birth to their babies, and the babies are born negative. 14 weeks after she's pregnant, and then she starts taking the medication, then she has most likely the child will be born without HIV.
What I would do would be we would count all these drugs. We would check these stock control cards to make sure that they're okay, and yours look very good, by the way. And, and we would make sure that they have the proper drugs. This is a very good clinic. This is an atypical clinic.
Do you feel that the mothers that need the drugs are getting them?
Yes.
They have to seek out.
Yeah. Those that do, they get the medication.
So it's on these women to come here, and when they come here, they will have the medication that they need.
Yes.
I was very grateful to Bob for showing me that and showing me really the reality of his life in Zambia. And then we left from there. Thank you so much for everything.
Waiting for you to get up and go. So slow, so slow.
So since my journey began, I had heard about the famine crisis that's been going on in the Horn of Africa and Somalia, Ethiopia, and Kenya. So I made it a mission of mine to get there somehow. And thanks to the Red Cross for facilitating this leg of my journey. I'm going to be in transit for the next maybe day and a half to get up to the region where the refugee camps are. So I'll definitely be checking in with you guys from there. You know, I have less than about 20 days left on this trip, so I think I'm ready for a little shake-up, change the energy a little bit. Africa has been wonderful and life-changing, and now I think it's time to maybe make a huge shift. So please keep sending your messages into cbs.com/world. Let me know where you want me to head, because I'm ready for anything. I feel like I'm having like a hot flash. Okay guys, so we stopped in Joburg for a layover. We're here for about 7 hours. Hadley came and picked me up. And he was originally bringing me to the hospital so that I could get my arm x-rayed and looked at by his friend. But I started having like these really uncontrollable shakes in his car. So I took a really hot bath, and now I'm here at the hospital. I'm gonna get my blood checked because they think it might be malaria. So I'm crossing my fingers and praying to God that it's not. Maybe it's just a bug or something. So let's go find out. Met with the orthopedic surgeon there. I got my arm x-rayed, and then he read the x-rays and told me that it was like bad news. And I was like, wait, what? This is not supposed to be the problem. Like, malaria is supposed to be the problem, not this. So he told me that in order for him to feel comfortable letting me fly and writing a recommendation or writing a letter that I am okay to fly, I would have to get a CT scan so that he could see on the inside what's going on in the bone. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to miss our connecting flight tonight to Nairobi, which like throws everything out of whack. So like we were supposed to connect to Nairobi and then from there connect 3 hours later to Turkana and go to the refugee camps. And as soon as he told me that, just like my world just came crashing down. I was so upset because I worked really hard and I really like my heart is like really telling me I need to go to these camps. So it was really hard news to hear. But I understand, like, this is my life. It's my right wrist. I teach yoga. I teach boxing. Like, that's what I do. Like, I own a wellness center, so I can't mess with the rest of my life for something that I just want to rush and get. And just because I want this, you know, like, I need to stop and listen to this expert and understand that, like, I'm not in control at this point. You know, if he tells me that I need to get a CT scan and maybe have an operation, then I have to listen to him. So it was like a hard blow, you know, but yeah, so this was like it's a big shock, but it doesn't seem like the trip is over, you know. If I have to have surgery, I have to have surgery.